So we're in Clovis, California. We just finished repairing a pump, not the pump, but the recirculation line that was plumbed in here. Couple of things. We can see it's crooked, no big deal. The isolation valves are great, drain down line, all that, but it's not plumb, it's not vertical. And which means when you turn, same thing, you're going downhill. So no big deal, but that's not my work. The only reason I say that is I don't like to put things in that are not level, plumb, perpendicular, at a right angle, blah blah blah. Anyways, so we work with what we've got. Pump sitting over here. It's got unions on it, which is great. Isolation valves, so those shut down fine. A lot of water was, not a lot, but some water was still bleeding through, so we had to take it apart here and then get these soldered on and get a piece cut. And then the last piece to go in is the shark bite coupling. Reason being is with water in the line you can't solder. Same thing here, water was rolling out this end and it was rolling out this end, so we broke it loose, soldered this all together, and then of course, like I say, last thing, we stab it together and then you're done. So we've monitored this. I mean, we haven't been here for a very long time, but you'd see right away whether or not you had any problems, especially with the soldered joint. When you get weeping out of there, you'll pick up a hint of moisture right away, and so that's good. Don't like the installation, the bracketry. This guy is corroded through from years and years of a fitting. It was right here, was just a little bit of water was rolling down over to here, and so you can see the corrosion all the way down that copper hold right. And old fittings are down here. It's a 40, 45, and then on the street 45. And no big deal. I mean, it happens. We've had leaks. Everybody's had leaks. If you're a plumber and you've soldered, you've had a leak. And so hard to tell in here. You might be able to see right in there that you see copper color in there. It should be all silver from the solder. And so when you get pockets like that, sometimes you'll get water that's coming in. Sorry, it's not focusing, but anyway, so that happens. And so it's back in, soldered in. We were going to use a flexible connector here, but this thing is moving around so much already, this pump. We didn't want to put any, it's a corrugated stainless steel supply, similar to the gas supply, but it's for water, Falcon stainless steel connector. We were just going to put a couple of adapters on and loop over to here and tie it in, but then this would be really moving around. We don't want that pump moving around too much. We want it isolated. So we soldered it back together, shark bite coupling, tightened this back up, put some lube on there, some plumber's grease in there. Pump is currently running. There's no noise. We'd come out yesterday and drained this down, flushed the water heater out to get the debris out of it, and then the homeowner called and said it was making a lot of noise. So can't say why. You get anything in there, I mean, it's not my pump. I didn't install it, so and flushing a water heater has zero to do with the pump itself. Now, when you flush something out, obviously, if it stirs things up when you drain it down, and then you've got sediment, things kind of get stirred up in the tank and makes it out to the cold or to the hot water system, and then comes back to the return line and gets stuck in the pump. Yeah, I could see where there could be a problem, but so not our pump. We don't warrant it. It's not our installation, and we don't like them down here anyways. We like them mounted to the wall with unistrut and strut clamps, and it never ever moves. And we don't use gate valves either. We use ball valves. They even make a nice little kit that goes valve on this side, valve on that side, and you just isolate it, pull it out. So anyways, that installation is done. Outside of that, we are good.